How to live alone without feeling lonely. These are 10 things that helped me live alone without feeling lonely. Yes, I get it. Living alone can be scary. Living alone can be frightening. These are 10 things that helped me not feel lonely while living alone. Hi everyone, my name is Ya and welcome back to my channel. Here I talk about all the things involved in living solo in New York City, living in your first apartment, and just really enjoying the city, enjoying what it has to give, as well as traveling, natural hair care, and just living life in your 20s. So here are 10 things that helped me feel less lonely while living by myself. Number 1, you have to make the space feel like you. I spent so much time decorating my space and it's not even done. This is just a living room, which is still in work. But I found that I wanted to, when I came home, I wanted to be in a space that felt like me, that nurtured me, that made me feel homey and comfy. That could be different for anyone. You might want your home to feel a little bit sterile. You want your home to feel maybe a little bit minimalist, no colors. But I knew for myself that I wanted, when I got home, there was a feeling I wanted to convey in how my apartment was decorated. When I walked through those doors, I wanted my apartment to give colorful, homey, just like very cozy. And that was a word I consistently used when I was decorating the space, is that I wanted to feel lived in. I wanted to feel cozy. I wanted to feel like a home. And when you make the space that you live in feel like you and feel like what you wanted to emulate, you're going to love it. And you're gonna love coming to that space all the time. The second thing that I do to make myself not feel lonely while living alone is I am subscribed heavily into the living room DJs on YouTube. I put so much background, not so much, but I think music has a way of setting a tone and setting a vibe. So you need to make sure that the music that you have in your home set a vibe and set a tone. Keep background noise in your house. The living room DJs, i.e. literally the channel living room, Culture FM, the DJs that do like the morning cleanup mixes. I'll do a classical mix, but I like to keep background noise in the background of my room, in the background of my home, unless I need quiet. If I need peace and quiet, then I'm not playing any type of music. But I like to have background noise there, whether it's instrumental music or music with words, just so that I can set a vibe. I think I set a lot of vibes in this apartment. I set a lot of vibes and I like it. I'll put on, if I'm cleaning, I'll do a living room cleaning mix, jamming to music. But I just feel like music is so important to me, and it really puts me in a headspace of like, I'm just chilling and enjoying, and I'm just having an atmosphere. I'm in an atmosphere not only with the decorations, but with literal music that puts me in a positive headspace. And that honestly makes me not feel as lonely. And my favorite part about all of this is that when you're watching the DJ sets on YouTube, I love watching the people in the background. There's a girl on TikTok where she just looks at the people in the background to see what everybody's doing in the background. And that's also something fun sometimes that I do. But if I'm not busy and if I'm not moving, that is something I would do. But keep background noise. It doesn't have to be anything chaotic. You can literally put on fireplace videos on YouTube. I'll put on to give it that atmosphere, a little coziness, just so that if I'm not watching TV, I just have something on, like a fireplace. I don't have a real fireplace, but it would be nice if I had a real fireplace. Keep background noise on. Third thing to do, call your friends, call your family members. A major part of living by yourself is to make sure that you keep in contact with people you care about. FaceTime, godsend. I love FaceTime. Regular phone calls, I'm not a big fan. I want to see your face. I mean, if you're gonna call me regular and you have to, that's okay. But I want to see your face. I'm on the phone with my sister. I'm on the phone with my friends. Like, on the phone, a couple of years ago, I was told, girl, you're always on your phone at home, not at work. You're always on your phone. Yes, now that I live by myself even more, I am always on my phone. Slightly less though, I can't even lie to you, because I love the peace and quiet that I get from here. But I am on my phone for a good majority of the time, especially if I don't leave my house that day. I am calling people. I'm calling, keeping in contact. It's good to be able to call people, but it's also good to have conversations, because I think a major part of living by yourself is if you don't not put yourself out there. If you're not in communication with people, or especially if you're a remote worker, you can go the whole day without talking to anyone because you live by yourself. But put yourself in contact with people. Call your friends and family. That would definitely make you feel less lonely. The fourth thing, you need to create a morning and nighttime routine. Routines are important. Routines give you structure. Routine give you a schedule, organization. My morning routine, I get up, make my bed. I have a consistent routine that helps align my day together. I think having a routine in general is important, but it's even more important when you live by yourself, just to really give yourself that structure. And I think that structure is highly important, so you have things to look forward to at the end of the day. My nighttime routine, I look forward to my nighttime routine. I love putting on a good playlist. As you can tell, music is very important to me, because it's either I'm playing music on the TV or I have playing music on my speaker. I have a speaker in the bathroom and I jam, because my nighttime routine is so important to me, and music is a vital part of my nighttime routine, and I look forward to it. It's something that I look forward to. I look forward to doing my skincare routine while jamming in the bathroom. I look forward to singing a cappella while jamming in the bathroom. Create a morning and night routine and stick to it. It's gonna help you in the long run, and it's gonna help you just feel less lonely, because these are things that you look forward to throughout your day. You actually need to get a hobby. You need to get a hobby that's not scrolling on your phone, because that's not a hobby. You need to get a hobby. In my apartment, I have an adult coloring book. I'll listen to audiobooks on my TV. If I'm listening to an audiobook, I'll just color. I have some paint and canvases so I can paint and sip, do my own little paint and sip in my apartment. But you need to get a hobby, whether it's sewing, crocheting, something to keep your hands busy instead of being on your phone. I also go to the gym. That is a hobby. I go to my local gym where I see people consistently and I make new friends that way. I like going to my gym a lot. I take classes in my gym, so I take different group fitness classes. That's another hobby of mine. I love taking group fitness classes. Walking can be a hobby. I live in a pretty green and walkable area, so I love taking walk down the park, especially in the summertime where you do have the ability to walk. I'll be like, okay, I've been in this house for too much. I'm gonna go take a walk, have some fresh air, meet some people on the way down there. Hobbies are important to make you feel less lonely, especially hobbies that help you interact with people. If you join a crochet club, if you join a sewing club, if you join a group fitness club, it's not really a club, but a group fitness class. I work out. I go to the same class on Wednesdays at my gym, and I go so often. I'm so consistent with going that I see the same people at every single class, and I'm just like, I see these people and I'm like, oh my God. Or like if they don't come one class, I'm like, what happened to you, girl? You didn't come last class. Or like, it's just that whole we're all in this together mentality is something that I look forward to. Again, having things to look forward to would also make you feel less lonely. You really have to live your life to the fullest extent when you are living by yourself, and having hobbies is a way to not only occupy time but enjoy your life while living by yourself. Random dance parties and sing-offs are a must. They are a must. You cannot live by yourself and not have random dance parties and random bursts of energy. I have a full-size body mirror. I'll put on some music and I'll just jam out, dance out. You can even take a dance class on YouTube. You need to have random bursts of energy. I will just start dancing, singing. I'm singing, I am dancing, I am twerking in this apartment because it's me, myself, and I, and just moving your body and just enjoying the space that you're in and filling up that space and taking up that space. Oh, Lord. The amount of random dance parties I have in this apartment, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting my money's worth, especially on those days where I'm not going anywhere and I just want to enjoy my rent. That's what I do. I enjoy my rent. One thing I can say, in the summertime, not as often, but in the wintertime, yes. I enjoy my rent to the fullest. And if I enjoy my rent, I need to occupy every single area of the space and move my body. But you have to move your body. This is all somatic therapy as well, just like the act of moving your body as a means of therapy and as a means of like releasing stress, releasing energy. It is needed. Random bursts and sing-offs, especially Hamilton sing-offs, are needed. This next one I've actually already talked about, but join a club or a group. One that I referenced was going to the gym, which I am very consistent with going to the gym to the point that I see the same people, and when they're not there, I'm just like, guys, why are you guys not here? What's going on? Yeah, join a local group, join a local club. There are so many in my neighborhood, and I really actually do need to make time to volunteer. That's the number one thing on my list. I do want to volunteer around my community more often, but getting involved in the community. So this is an example of joining a group or a club. So like a volunteer club is something to take up your time, meet people around in the neighborhood, and just help you not feel as lonely. And there are going to be times you're going to feel lonely for sure, but these steps are going to help to mediate it. And if you are outside, using your body, using your words, meeting new people, it's just gonna help you in the long run for sure to fill up your calendar, but to fill up your calendar with meaningful things and not just to fill up your calendar for the sake of filling up your calendar. Regularly getting out more is a must. And I think this is harder if you work remotely. I think it would be a bit of a different circumstance if I was living by myself and working remotely. I think that would have a toll on my mentee. But the fact that I do go into the office 5 times out of the week, not all the time though. The fact that I go into the office also helps me create a distinction between home life and work life. And I think if you are working remotely where your home and your workspace are commingled, that could be a little bit more difficult. But regardless, in both settings, you need to make sure that you are regularly getting out there, hanging out with your friends, literally physically removing yourself outside of your apartment. I say that, like, yeah, definitely enjoy your apartment, like enjoy it to the fullest extent, but you also need to take the time to regularly go out, go to the movies, go to the ballet, go to the Met, go to the opera, like go to a museum, like enjoy the city that you're in. Have like 2 activities a month that you look forward to. These are just things that you could do to mediate feeling lonelier than usual, especially if you live by yourself. Find a good third space. And that is easier said than done, especially in the climate that we live in, because third spaces are so hard to come by. But find a good coffee shop, find a good library, find a good art studio. Ooh, there's a couple of coffee shops by me that I've found that their food is so good, their coffee is so good, but I know they're good workspaces for me to work in. I haven't yet sat down and said, oh, I'm gonna go work in these spaces, but even having the option to do so has been amazing. Some people live in places where that is not an option, but if you are lucky enough to be in a city or to be in an area where there are good third spaces, utilize them, especially libraries. People just don't utilize libraries enough for me. Listen, that library card, like not SpongeBob, it's Buster. Life is really easy when you have a library card. Shout out to PBS Kids. But utilize your library card, utilize their spaces, just so that you can have a moment to get outside of your apartment. Last but certainly not least, enjoy the time alone. Like, learning to really enjoy your solitude and enjoy being by yourself is a skill. I don't care what anyone tells you. Being able to enjoy your own company, being able to enjoy your own time and energy is a skill. It's a skill that you have to hone. It doesn't easily come naturally, and a lot of people struggle with it. But sometimes you kind of have to just sit in the loneliness, but also sometimes had to dig deeper into why you might be feeling lonely and really try to understand what is the reason behind it. Spend time by yourself, enjoy that solitude. I think for me, having worked so hard to be in the space and be in my apartment by myself, I enjoy it every single chance I get. When I get home and I'm like, oh, there's no one here, I enjoy it so much. I actually love it so much. And it's been over a year now, and at first I was like, oh, will this feeling ever go away? And I fear it might not. And that's the scary part. I think I've heard this a lot. Once you live by yourself for so long, it was really difficult to acclimate to living with somebody else. And that is a fear I know I'm going to have, because I have learned to enjoy the solitude. I have learned to just enjoy embracing my thoughts and my vibes and my energy, and spreading my energy throughout this apartment. But learn to live with the solitude. Learn to enjoy the solitude. Enjoy it, because there is something so peaceful and calming about the fact that you are comfortable in sitting with your thoughts and sitting with yourself. But that is it. That is the end of this video. These are the 10 things that have helped me feel less lonely while living alone. If you feel like I left anything throughout this video, make sure to comment that below. If you feel like I hit this on the nail, make sure to comment that as well. Definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I sincerely hope this video helps someone who is on the verge of living by themselves, because one thing, you're gonna be in for an adventure, a good one, a great adventure. Really, it's gonna take some time, it's gonna take some adjusting, but once you are adjusted, you are going to have a glorious time. So I'll see you guys in the next video.